Hello there, it's Phil from Countrywide Pest Control. Today I'm going to show you some of our rabbit fencing that we can install for customers that are experiencing problems with rabbits in their garden. We've got a customer here with quite a large boundary that is surrounded by arable field and some woodland, and as a result rabbits are coming into the garden and really just causing lots of trouble with digging and eating plants, the tops off of flowers, and really making a bit of a mess. So prevention is the order of the day here, where we're really proofing the property to prevent rabbits from gaining entry into the garden in the first place. So here we are, we've got two guys on the job and myself, so there's three of us here today. And initially this is the easier stretch for us because there's already a fence in place, but we can see the gauge of this wire is just too big, and there's several sections where rabbits have actually managed to get through the fence. So you can see here what we have to do is we dig a trench all the way around the perimeter of the property, because we need to bury the rabbit wire so the rabbits can't tunnel underneath it. Here's an example, look, you can see where this is the wire netting, then a big hole there, which is what the rabbits, amazing how they do it, but they've made this massive gap here just to be able to jump through to the other side. There's several other sections. We're going all the way around this fence here, and then there's a whole line down there where all those trees are, which is a little bit harder. Okay, we'll show you as the job progresses. Leo's just demonstrating there how we dig down to make that trench. We want it nice and even and nice and smooth to be able to get a nice straight wire underneath the ground there. Thank you, Leo. So here we are, following day. We can see how the rabbit wire is now attached to the existing post and rail fencing and buried down into the ground there. And Simon's really enjoying this because we've got great weather, haven't we, Simon?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, it's very nice. And you can see as that wire just continues all the way around that fence line there. And today we're starting on the rather more awkward section, which is the boundary of the property there along the road with all the trees. So that's a bit harder to deal with. Okay. So hello, it's Phil again, carrying on from yesterday. Just showing the rest of this rabbit fencing that we've been carrying out for this particular customer. That's where we were showing where the wire has been attached to existing fencing that's in place. You can see we've continued it along even on that fence line there, just in case any rabbits squeeze through between those panels. And then this gets us to the tricky part of the boundary of the property, which is on the roadside. And you can see here that we've got trees and bushes, all sorts of roots that are in the way of the rabbit wire. So these are all new posts that we put in that are being supported, and the rabbit wire continues all the way down the boundary of the property to the gate. This was particularly challenging because working on a bank like this you can't really get a good foothold, and up here, you know, big tree is an obstacle. So as much as we would like to keep the fence in a very straight line, we've had to take a bit of a detour around past the trees that are already here, trying to keep the wire as straight and as neat as possible. I think you'll agree from the ground, from the road down here, it really does look like a smart job. So it continues down here. This is probably 70 metres, this stretch down here. We've got posts every 1.8 metres we've measured out, and they're buried into the ground using 5'6" posts, which we've trimmed down with chainsaws in some places to keep them nice and straight and nice and even. And again, another obstacle, telegraph pole there we've got to go around the back of. And sometimes where we always like to bury the wire to stop the rabbits from digging underneath, you then come across situations like this where that's just not possible. So you know, it's where you have to really just do the best that you can to keep the rabbits out. Really neat job here, where we've actually just been around the actual branch of that tree there. So there we go, 70 metres. This was the tricky bit. Thank you for watching.